So I wanted to make a video talking about the kind of people you don't want in your life. And the reason why I thought of this video idea was, I'll tell you a quick story. So I went to the gym, and if you're in the UK, you know what the David Lloyd is, but if not, it's sort of like, it's quite a nice gym with a sauna and a pool. And I went to the gym with my dad, then went to the sauna, and this guy comes in and sits opposite me. And, you know, he was about 40 years old. He didn't look too terrible, to be honest. He looked okay. But he was balding, and you'll see why this is relevant. So he sits down, he looks at me, and instantly he goes, "Oh, I remember when I was your age. I looked like you. If I was your age still, I would look exactly like you." And he was talking about my physique. And I didn't really know what to say. I was like, okay, like, I'll take that as a compliment. So I went to say to him, well, actually, you know, I work very hard, and I have done. And my dad is sitting next to me. He goes, well, you know, actually, my son, he's been working out for a long period of time, almost 6 years, 7 years, and he puts in the hard work. So, you know, he defends me. And then he goes on again, and he says, oh, when I was your age, I had all my hair. Look at me, I'm balding now. Oh, I just can't do anything about it. There's just nothing I can do. And I said, well, have you used minoxidil? And if you don't know what minoxidil is, it's sort of like a hair, it helps to regrow hair, as opposed to just stopping hair loss. And I go, well, have you tried minoxidil? He's like, oh, no, I don't believe in minoxidil. I don't believe in chemicals. I was like, well, what have you tried? And then he starts talking about his depression and saying, oh, well, I've got depression, so I can't try these things. And in the end, I knew, as soon as he said that, I knew I wasn't getting anywhere with this guy to try and help him. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to go now. I just left. And it made me think that, it reminded me that there's people in the world who are exactly like that. And no matter what you do, you cannot help them. Nothing you say will help them. If they're overweight, no matter how much help you give them, no matter what diet you tell them, they're just never going to get any better. And you yourself need to realize that these people exist. And if you try and help them and they don't want your help, or they pretend that they want your help, but they don't input any of the changes that you suggest, just walk away. And it might sound mean, it might sound selfish. And the reason it sounds selfish is because it is selfish. And there's sometimes in life where you do need to be selfish. In some ways, it's selfish not to see a homeless person on the street and go out and help them and bring them into your house. It's selfish not to do that, but there's a reason why you don't do that, as an example. So there's some people in this world who can't be helped, or they can be helped, but it's not your responsibility to help them. And in fact, by helping them, you're going to bring yourself down, and you're going to cause yourself a lot of pain by trying to help these people, especially when it's not family. You know, family, okay, make an exception. If your family member's got drug issues or something similar, then sure, try your best to help them. But even then, if you've tried to help them 10 times and they're not listening, there's not too much you can do. And you're going to be trying so hard and put yourself through a lot of emotional pain and not get anywhere. So obviously, family, give yourself a bit of leeway, even friends, but there comes a point where you just need to cut these people out and move on. And your time is better spent helping people who will actually make a change. And in fact, by spending your time talking to these people who aren't ever going to make a change, you're stopping yourself from being able to help people who will make a change, and you can actually better their life, whereas these other people, you're not going to better their life. So yeah, it's just that event made me think of that. And I just want to tell you young men who maybe you've met somebody, you're trying to help them, and they're just not getting anywhere. They've not got anywhere for years. I think depending on the circumstances, but just move on and help somebody else who you can help to a better extent. That's all I wanted to say.